Hi, this is Tracy from Go Fit Now, and this is exercise physiologist Rudi Marashlian, who's going to go over a little bit of how he's made exercise science simple.
Sure. Okay, so one of the things that we've done is put together a few little posters on some of the simplicities for people to help them be successful. So today we're going to cover a really important one, and this one's called the results triangle. So there's three corners. I know we haven't written this way, but each corner is very important because they can affect each other. So let's say someone wants to get a result. If they don't if they don't have these three parts, then they may not be as successful. So say you're trying to lose 5 pounds of body fat, or 10 or 15 or 100. We need to have the right information. There's a lot of information out there, so it can get confusing. And if you're not getting a result, it could be because you're operating off the wrong information. So if we get the right or the smart information, we're more likely to get a result. So that's usually up the top here. The next thing is, once you have the right information, we've got to put the effort in. So the effort could be uncomfortable at times. It doesn't matter from that point, except because you want the result. If you're motivated and you really want to get the result, you've got the right information. Now we have to put the work in. And, let's just say you're going for walks and it's raining. It's like, okay, let's get out and walk. That's going to be uncomfortable from that point. Okay, so once we put the effort in and we continue to put the effort, we have to continue and continue and continue to get a result. So we have to be persistent or consistent. So they're the three basic parts to, am I getting a result? Is it too slow? Maybe I'm not getting a result. I'm getting a bad result. I'm getting an awesome result. So if you're getting an awesome result, if you work these out, then you've got your formula and then you can continue doing it. Okay, so that's how we would apply it to, say, fat burning. Get the right information, work hard, be consistent, and continue to be consistent, working hard, keep applying the right information, and you'll get there.
All right, Rudi, what about a woman over 50 who's trying to build muscle? How would the results triangle help her?
Okay, here's the simplicity of it. So we're going to look at each of the corners, although they're written here, but the first area is we're going to do our best to give that person the right information. So you find out, well, what does she know? What is she doing? So you might find she's doing some activity that she thought was going to build muscle, or maybe some other professional healthcare person didn't know because they're not specialists, but they might have said, oh, go walking, or go do Pilates, or go do yoga. Unfortunately, they might be fun and you may get some flexibility out of those two things. And we love yoga and we love Pilates, but you got to see, well, what do you really get? What have I observed over decades? It won't make you real strong. It's not going to build you muscle particularly. Maybe if you're doing an advanced form of yoga, maybe. So we need to do strength training. Now, strength training, there's quite a few different types of strength training. We have a triangle or a pyramid up there that one day we'll go over the different parts. So once she gets the right information, I need to do strength, what type of strength, then we need to prescribe a program or have her do the right program for her. Then she needs to put in the effort, and it may get uncomfortable, but nothing is easy that's worthwhile. And she's persistent and consistent, she will get the result. As long as she has the right information, puts in the effort, and therefore, by being persistent, yield the result. So if you're out there and you're not quite getting a result, whether it's burning fat or putting on muscle, or if you have aches and pains, you've got to look at this simple triangle and see, well, what's missing? Perhaps you feel you have the right information. Well, if you're not consistent, you can at least be consistent and see if it gives you a result. If you're still consistent and it's not, then maybe you should reconsider that and start researching it, or find out what has really resulted in women over 50 getting this. And of course, work hard just means be persistent.